This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Corielli and Sebastian Maniscalco.
Pete and Sebastian Show, like clockwork, we're back. Sebastian Maniscalco. You never looked so good, bro. Your outfit, we'll get into that. Before you even say anything, I just have to say, because you're not going to say it for yourself, it's just incredible, the tour that you got going on. I see the photos and everybody saying how awesome it is, and you added more city. Bro, it's like, you're like a fucking Beatle, bro. It's amazing, man, and it's just amazing, so wow, way to go. And the fact that you deflate and still sit and cast it up for an hour, and now you're wearing the cast t-shirt.
Bro, I was shocked when not only this t-shirt came in, but a rainbow of colors.
Bro, those custom. Nobody else on the planet has those colors. I went to my t-shirt guy. Obviously, he knows you and is a fan. I said, listen, the guy likes colors. Give me a chart. And I was just trying to, because I tried to match some colors with some of the different colors you've worn on the cast. And I threw in some smalls for Lana. But already compared to the Lululemons I see on you, already that doesn't. I don't know how I feel about that. I got to get you a V. I got to get you a V-neck. You look like you're getting ready to paint the house, bro. I mean, I'd wear that to a wedding, but with you, it looks like.
God, no. We got a plethora of shirts over here. The cast t-shirt is up and running. The only t-shirt you can get right now for the Pete and Sebastian Show.
Yeah.
And I'm throwing this out there.
Right.
We got to brand these with the show. I mean, people are walking around with this thing and nobody knows what the hell it is.
Well, that's kind of like the way it is. It's like the whole thing is, as we've been saying, if you know, you know. I don't know why we make this whole damn thing so underground,
Right? It's like we're hiding it from people.
You gotta earn it, man. You gotta earn it.
Oh God, I don't even know where to go, bro.
Yeah. What's up, man? What do you got going?
Coming off 8 shows last week, Thursday to Sunday. It's the machine is on. And it's plowing forward. Wow. But let's go to this morning.
All right.
I went to the dentist, and I'm getting these silver fillings removed, and they're putting white in there, right?
All right. Yeah, we discussed that. Okay.
Yeah. So I go in. Now, the last time I had a shot of Novocaine in my mouth, I'm guessing 1983.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I got these fillings. And I remember that. It was like that thing came in there. I don't know. You ever get a shot in your cheek, in the inside of your cheek?
Yeah, of course, man. I've been Novocained up tons of times.
Okay. So I was expecting, here we go. So she goes, it's going to pinch, and I'm going to put 2 shots in there. So she goes in there, and she's jiggling my cheek.
Yeah, what is that? What is that? Why did they do that?
I didn't ask, but I just assumed the jiggle is so it gets in there, like it moves around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. But does it really do anything? I mean, it's just one of those things that you do,
Bro. She goes, okay. I go, all right. Did you do it? She goes, yeah, it's done. I go, I didn't feel a thing.
No.
And she goes,
yeah.
And she goes, it tastes awful, so rinse. I go, I don't taste the thing. And she kind of went like, I go, listen, don't worry about it. I'm vaccinated.
Yeah.
So I go, and I gotta tell you, within 3 minutes, not only my mouth was numb, but I felt my eyes shut. And I'm like, did it go up the Did it go into the eyeball?
Did you jiggle my cheek too much, honey? You jiggled this shit right up to my brain. What would happen? Can your brain go numb, by the way? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. My brain's been numb for 10 years.
So, by the way, man, I know this stuff works. I'm just saying I question the jiggle, but can you imagine having just a shelf load of this stuff in your house to be able to inject in every nook and cranny when necessary? Right? I mean, Serafina gets a little older and she really wants you to do this daddy-daughter dance and your knee is popping. The day before the daddy-daughter dance, you go, Daddy's going to the basement. He'll be up in a minute. You come up skipping, right? They could put a candle on your knee. You wouldn't feel it, but you're fucking dancing beautifully with the little girl. That's what I'm saying, bro. How do you get this shit?
Listen, I mean, if you really want Novocaine, I think I could get it for you. No,
really? I'd like a stash would be nice. Oh, the other one too. I always see in the movies the chloroform. You just put a little red. I mean, if I was gonna be a kidnapper or worse, I mean, that would be my drug of choice. How perfect is that?
Just on a little napkin, and then I'll.
God. And I'll catch you. I'll slide you. By the time you wake up, you're sitting shotgun with a seatbelt on in a fucking BMW. How bad is that, right? No one's hurt. There's no bruise. I'll even have a bottle of water on the right because you'll probably be a little dehydrated, right?
So would you rather be chloroformed? If someone was kidnapping you, would you rather be chloroformed and then like wake up in a barn tied to a chair?
Yeah.
Or would you rather have like a black bag over your head tossed into a van and you're awake during this whole transport?
Oh, man, that's like root canal, bro. Assuming you're not going to molest me when I'm knocked out, I'd way rather have the chloroform, right? Why be bouncing around the back of the van shitting myself? You know, I could just wake up and go, somebody fill me in. Where are we? Check my asshole, all right? That wasn't touched. That's exactly why you got your cheek jiggled today. We're right back where we started. By the way, I tip my hat to you. When I get Novocaine in the mouth, I mean, it's a shutdown on anything the rest of the day. I go about my day, but I don't put myself out there. It's like, it's tiring. It takes a long time to go away. By the time it goes away, I'm tired, I feel.
Yeah, you know what? I was shocked that this thing cleared up prior to the cast because I was worried because I couldn't feel half of my face the whole day, and I'm like, Jesus, how long is this going? And the lip is down. It looked like Balboa walking around, right? So she does this thing.
Yeah,
she does the procedure, and during the procedure, I got to tell you, for any dentist out there, this really helps the patient. She's tapping me on the shoulder during this. Mouth is wide open. She's going, "You're doing great."
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
3 times she threw out, "You're doing great." And I started to think, what are people doing? Right? Like, what am I doing? Like, I'm just open, my mouth open.
Right,
and I'm letting her work on it, right?
What does an ungreat person do? Like
yeah.
You know, are they?
So I came out of this thing, and she goes, "I really got to tell you, you are an amazing patient."
Somebody wants tickets, bro. I mean, come on. This is like the hot blonde wondering why everyone wanted to give her a ride. I mean, bro, I started the show saying you're bigger than John Lennon was in 1975. And you think you're a great dental patient?
No. So I had to find out, what did I do? Or what are other people doing during this procedure? So I said, "Great patient." I go, "What did I didn't do nothing." She goes, "Exactly.
Wow.
You let me work on you." I go, "What are people doing?" She's like, I gotta stop every 2 minutes. They're gagging. They got anxiety. It hurts. I'm uncomfortable. When is this done?
Right.
And I'm thinking, that's what people are doing in the chair? I'm sorry, when I get in a chair, I mean, yeah, if she does something and it hits a nerve, I'm gonna go, hey, that hurt.
Right.
But other than that, let's get this thing done.
I couldn't agree more. Same thing. Major pain. Let's put a stop to it. Other than that, it's like digging a hole. We can't get the fuck out of here until the hole is dug. So just give me the shovel and let's get this shit done. I've seen when I've been in there, I'm like, what's that guy doing? My doctor's really good too, my dentist. He goes, sometimes when we're starting, if they feel it's still, they can feel a little something, they say stop and we give him more Novocaine. So he's waiting for more of his Novocaine to kick in. And I'm like, feel a little something. If that's going to take a half hour extra onto my time in this chair, I will, I'll deal with it. If I, right on the bubble, when it's right on the bubble and you just feel like any second I'm going to hit the ceiling and then it never comes, When other men feel that and women, they're like, give me more. I'm like,
Yeah, you like stick it out. You're like, I can handle this. If it goes any deeper, I'm going to have to tap out. But she goes, yeah, I mean, just a joy to work on. I gotta tell you, man, I walked out of there chest out, head up high, confident, and I put the patient in patience. Come on,
if they were going to show a video of how to come in and what we expect of you as a patient, it would be a video of you with your face blurred out, just so no one knows. But that's like how perfect. Sit down, get up, go in, get out. Boom.
That's it. I rinsed twice. Here's something. When they ask you to rinse, do you feel a little rushed during midway through the procedure? Like, do you want to rinse? Do you always take them up on the rinse?
Oh, I when they tell me I can rinse, I take that as they're saying rinse.
I use the rinse almost as a runner, like, during a marathon, getting a little juice and water, just catching my breath, getting everything clean out of there. And I do a rinse. And I got to tell you, it's the only place I do this. But you ever take the rinse and just do that noise in your mouth, that swishing? You ever get that going? I do that. Because what I want when I sit back down is a clean canvas so they could work on it again,
Yeah. Maybe that's part of why you're such a great patient. Maybe when they're talking about you when you leave, they're like, even his rinse, it looks like we just professionally cleaned his teeth before the sit down.
Well, that's another thing. I go in there, and if you're looking at my mouth, and I'm pretty good dentally throughout the year. So when I go in there, I don't got to do much to do a pre-clean. But, I don't eat lunch and then go to the dentist, Like,
Right.
I have breakfast, I floss, I brush my teeth, and I haven't anything until I get in there. Like, are you eating prior to the dentist?
That's a good one. No, but like when I was writing and I had a dentist appointment, I wouldn't even have coffee. I'd brush and then I'd go. I wouldn't even have coffee, just water. But what's your take on this? I've done this twice at the dentist. I got in there and I had my coffee. It was a long drive. So at first thing I said when I came in, can I get a toothbrush and some toothpaste? And they always have the little disposal. And they're like, sure. And I go in and I bang out a nice brush in the bathroom before I sit down in the lobby area. Do you think that's like, hey, what the fuck, you borrowing our shit? Or do you think they're like, you know what? If that's what it takes, we appreciate the brush.
Class move. Class move.
All right.
Yeah, it's, I'd equate it to cleaning your car before you took it to the car wash. Some people, when they go to the car wash, they got like letters on the floor, Big Mac containers, bottled water, and they let the guy clean it out. I don't do that. I clean all that big stuff out of there.
Yeah.
And then that's all they got to do is vacuum,
Right. We don't even have those by us. We only got the quarters in the vacuum. Do it yourself. And then I always get like, you got that one little nook left and you know you're running out, but you don't want to pump in 8 more quarters just to get that left corner. Oh, God, it's so stressful, bro. It's so stressful.
Oh, isn't it, bro? How about, so is there a timer on the thing?
No, it says it's 3 minutes, but I'm not really timing it, you know? And
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
God, I feel like it's 4.5. Is the thing broken? Can I get the hatch? I might have time for the hatch.
How about when you got the thing pulled through to the other side, right? So the machine is on the passenger side, but you're doing the driver's side, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you ever run around your car to get it to do the? Do you ever do a full sprint to get the thing to do the passenger side?
The hose can't get to one spot. Yeah, it's either that or move the car, bro. You burn like 50 cents worth of time turning the car around. Oh God! And it's not even the money. It's like going up to the guy or going up to the change machine. You know? Oh, but you ever do that where you just you do need to get one more run, but you only need a little bit. But now you have 3 minutes, but you only needed like 30 seconds of. Oh God! And then I'm vacuuming it like I'm sleeping on it that night. You know.
If you got an extra 2.5, I'm vacuuming the dashboard.
Oh shit! You ever just take the nose head of the vacuum and stick it in your cup holder? Just rub it around, get all the dust out of that shit. Although your car, bro, even when we were playing Irvine, I meant to say, when we drove to the show from your house, I brought coffee, and I remembered I left it in your car. Now, when you drove home and saw that cup in your car, that to you, that's like a diaper. That's how disgusted you are by that, right? I mean, it's just, what the...
Somebody else's coffee in the car,
Yeah.
you almost treat it like dog shit when you remove it, right? You take it,
If you are already on the freeway and then you notice the coffee in the side holder, would you get off at the next exit just to throw it out of the damn car because you wouldn't be able to enjoy the ride home as much?
Oh yeah, I can't sit there with a foreign coffee looking at me for an hour.
Well, anyone, you got to know, Sebastian interior of his car looks like he just stole it off the lot 2 minutes earlier.
Oh wait. Remember when we first started doing the cast and you got into my car when I was living in West Hollywood?
Yeah.
Did I tell you couldn't bring some? Did you have coffee?
I had coffee, and you gave me a little speech how you don't normally allow it, but you'll let it slide. And then I remember saying, bro, I wouldn't get in the car without the coffee. I mean, it had the cap and everything. It's like a little unacceptable to not allow a passenger to have a cup of coffee. I mean, there's drive-thrus everywhere. I mean, you don't have coffee either, to your defense. You don't have anything in there.
No, it's nothing. The car comes as is and it stays that way. I mean, there's nothing on the car seat that shouldn't be there.
Nothing, man. Unbelievable. Don't you get thirsty? I mean, when you're driving?
Where am I going, bro? I mean, it's Los
Yeah,
Angeles.
sure.
The drives are what, 15 minutes at tops? I ain't, where am I going? I don't need a gallon of water. But I get this thing done, right?
Yeah.
It's just one side I got done on the top left, and then I'm gonna go in and it takes an hour, so I just figure let me just do it 4 different times. I don't mind going.
4. You could have did the 2 and 2. I remember.
Yeah, but then I gotta get the other bottom Novocaine. That way you're walking around with half a mouth the whole day. So
yeah, I hear you.
So after that, I go to pick up something at Rite Aid. I get in line and, listen, I haven't been at a store in a while just because traveling and I just haven't gone out. So I'm at the Rite Aid. I'm sitting in line and I'm looking. I go, here we go. Woman up there. These are on sale. No, they're not, man. You ever get like they're bitching about the price. So now they got to find out what the price is. So then they bring in another guy to open up another register. Now, I felt the guy in front of me huffing and puffing. The guy's about 68 years old. He's got toilet paper and granola. And he's like one of these, like, I feel like him, but I ain't saying nothing. Like I feel the same pain.
I know. Yeah.
But I'm mad at this guy now. Like I ain't even mad at why we're waiting. I'm mad at this guy because he's vocally expressing his displeasure with the situation. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like that. The way he's doing it is all wrong.
Oh.
Open up another register. We go to the register. Now, I'm on the phone at this point at taking a call, but I'm listening to what's going on, and he goes, start using some language. He goes, you fucking charged me for 2 toilet papers. Now, the guy behind the counter is Russian, right? He's like, no, I didn't cross. I crossed you for 1. I did 1 toilet paper. And then now we're going back. I don't even know if that's Russian. So...
Yeah, it sounded good to me, man. I literally thought I was in a Die Hard movie there for a minute, bro. It was fantastic.
So it's back and forth. He's swearing. He goes, give me the receipt. You know, it's one of these like these guys. This guy probably been angry his whole life.
Right. Yeah.
And at that point, I said to myself, "This is why I shop on Amazon. You don't deal with nobody." It's a click and pay. There's no price check. How the hell Bezos is running a company from space, right?
Right. Yeah.
And the manager at Rite Aid is in the building, and his fucking business is falling apart. Fucking Bezos got it set up where he can go to space. His company runs seamless.
That's the bro. You just cracked the code. How can I create a business that allows you to not interact with human beings for anything in your life, right? Like I could start a landscaping business where you tell me when you're not going to be home. I'll mow your lawn, and you leave $100 on the porch. And like I'd probably have lawns coming. People don't want to talk, communicate, right? That's a good.
I was like, oh my God! I'm like, this is why I just sit. That's it. On my underwear on the toilet, and I order toothpaste. Everything is done on the toilet, or at the kitchen table. Now, if we're gonna go out, now you got to deal with the 68-year-old old man who's angry. The cashier for what?
Now, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, bro.
Now, let me ask you this. If that happens and you're next, do you always take the side of the worker, or do you make mention of what happens, or you just put your items there and pay and leave?
No, I can't stand the guy who goes up and goes, what was with that guy? What do you think you're getting a discount because you took a side? Get your fucking wallet out, pay for your shit, move it along too. Oh, God, I can't stand that guy.
I was that guy. I got to tell you why I was this guy. The guy that was doing the register, and I gotta tell you what happened. I felt bad for him because he was frazzled. He had to go to 3. He started at 1 register. He went to the next register. That didn't work. Then he went to the 3rd register. Then he had to deal with this animal, right? So then I come up and I go, some people shouldn't get the fuck out of bed, huh?
All right. Hey, that's nice. I like that. And you put yourself in his shoes. What if you were working a register in Moscow, right? Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
This guy didn't say nothing to me.
Oh man.
And now I'm like, maybe that asshole is right.
That's it. Yeah. I've done that where you don't get that feedback for taking the person's side, you know?
Yeah, I didn't get the feedback.
Oh, man.
I was like, man, I gotta take that back, bro. I mean, I'm on your side and I get nothing.
Oh, but yeah, listen, he's Russian. Your exact words was some people wake up on the wrong side of bed. What were your exact words?
No, I said some people shouldn't get the fuck out of bed. That's what I told him.
Now, this guy's Russian. How do you know he's not sitting there thinking, oh, God, now the next guy's heckling me? Maybe he thinks you meant he shouldn't have got out of fucking bed. You know? I mean, this guy don't know the slang yet. He can't even work the register yet. You think he knows the American slang guy? Oh,
Oh man!
I really don't think he knew you were taking his side. That's probably.
Oh, I don't know, man. I just literally today I decided you will never see me in public again buying anything.
Wow, good for you.
A grocery store, a drugstore, everything is online.
But dude, I was telling you this off air, I think. But anyway, Jackie last week had this old dresser, like a armoire that her parents bought us from Pottery Barn years ago. Like $2,000 this thing cost. And Jackie's like, we're getting rid of it. Let's sell it on Craigslist. I said, why? I'm not, just throw it out. I don't want anything to do with this, right? So she goes, why? Pete, why wouldn't you at least, for, I don't know, $250, have someone take away, pack it up and take it away, instead of you having to take it to the dump? I go, I would pay $250 not to speak to anybody. I'm not doing it. And she goes, all I need you to do is get it on the driveway. I'll take care of everything else. You don't even have to be here. I go, whatever, fine. So, and it's really heavy, and I got to take these shelves out and all this shit, and I had all leaned up against the driveway. So Sadie's at camp. 2 days ago, Jackie calls. She's at the pool hanging out with a friend, and the girl who's buying it, for $300, by the way, Pete. And I go, I don't care about it. Well, anyway, her dad is on his way now. He's going to be there. You got to give it to the dad. The dad's coming. I go, this is what I'm talking about, Jack. I'm doing my own thing right now. I'm mowing the lawn. I don't want to deal with this, right? So, well, you have to. I'm sorry. He's going to pull up and just take it, Pete. What's the big deal? And make sure he gives you $300 because that's the deal we've made, right? Bro. Okay, so now a pickup truck 5 minutes later comes pulling up, right? First, they're doing the troll up and down, not trying to go, this is them. They don't know which house it is. You know, when a car's driving by slow.
Do you know it's them?
I know it's them because they got to pick up, and she said they were going to be here in like 5 minutes that the daughter texted, right?
Yeah.
So now I got to go out to the end of the driveway and do the wave. Like, I think it's me you're looking for. Oh, God. Oh, bro, already God. I'm like...
It's pathetic.
Pathetic, bro. I'm in the Writers Guild. I don't need $250 for a fucking dresser.
I mean, can you imagine the people coming by and going, is that comedian Pete Coriel?
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm in notable people in Wikipedia for Fredonia. Only because a listener put it in there, Jared. I'll never forget that. Hack the system. But anyway, yeah. So I'm backing them in with the pickup. They got a pickup. As soon as they park, lady gets out of the passenger seat. Overweight. I'm just saying it like it is, right? She gets out, and right away she's doing the holding her hand on her back. So I gotta go. Oh, long drive, 3.5 hours. Now I see she gets out, and you know how you said the Russian guy. This is what made me think of this. I realized right away she's Indian, and not. I mean, Native American. See?
Oh, okay.
Oh, woke, baby.
Whoa.
I only changed it because you were confusing me with, like, Delhi. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, he gets out. Same thing, Native American gentleman. They got to be each in their, like, 60s, right? Yeah. So she's a little overweight, and he's walking like, I can't tell you how slow this guy's walking, right? And this dresser thing is like really heavy, this armoire. So I go, hey, yeah, I guess so. I guess we can fit it back here. Wait, can you flip this up so we could take a look? Because he had a top on the pickup back, you know. Bro, he's going like, he's undoing each latch so slow, like it's a picnic basket. And I'm like, holy shit. Then he stops. And he walks back to the front of the car. I'm like, what the? The woman goes, he needs oxygen. He uses oxygen. You know?
Oh my God.
Okay. How far did you come? She goes, 3.5 hours. Now, she's telling me that he's got the big machine at his home, but he's going back to the truck because he's doing puffs off his tank. And he really he needs
Don't tell me to ask you for oxygen.
I don't even know what is that? You think I got oxygen? How am I going to give him oxygen? I'm going to oxygen. I'll turn my air compressor on. Stick the hose in his mouth. I don't know.
Let me stop you here.
Yeah.
Did you and Jackie discuss prior to them coming? Was the deal, hey, you know, it's big. If you want it, it's $300. We'll put it out on the driveway and you take it.
Oh, yeah. Well, Jackie apparently had that back and forth exchange with the woman. So I thought. Then I called Jackie in the middle of this, and she goes, well, she was always real short with me. But, yeah, she said they'll come pick it up. And she saw I sent her a picture of it. She knows how big it is. I showed her what it's like apart. So then the guy comes over, and he's holding his phone, like, at his waist. But he's not on it or anything. And he goes, so you take how much? And he goes, how much was the deal for? And I'm like, here we go. All right. I know for a fact Jackie held it for 2 days. There was a woman in town who wanted this armoire. And now I'll hold it for 2 days for this woman. And you're on my driveway heckling me. I'm my lawn is half mowed. The half I mowed is already growing back, guy. It's not going to be balanced. You know what I'm saying? So I go, I don't know. I thought my wife told me 300. And then he goes, like, he makes a face like, oh, and he goes, oh. And then he goes, will you take 250? I go, yeah, sure, man. I mean,
oh, I don't, bro, come on. I don't like that. You got this guy by the nuts.
Right.
He drove 3.5 hours. Right. If you go, no, it's 300. What is he gonna do? Take his oxygen, get back in the car, and go back home without the thing?
I know all that. I know. I mean, I could listen. These two are so insignificant. I could have probably buried them in my backyard, took their car, and no one would even know they were missing. I mean, this was like the most insignificant exchange ever. I could have rolled them over to Coles, but guy, again, Indian, bro, Indian reparations. I'm like, I'll take 50 off. It's at least I could do. Okay, I'm sure your forefathers hunted on my front lawn long before I was mowing it. Can I keep that in? I don't even know if I can keep that in.
Keep that in, bro. Keep that in.
So I go, sure, man. I'll take 250, no problem. So then I go, here, let me help you out. And I flip up the back of his thing. There's a weed whacker, a car jack, an old tire, a gas can, like a bunch of shit. And I go, I'm sorry. I go, and I point to the thing. I go, did you know? Oh, by the way, when I'm on the phone with him, and he says 250, I'll take 250. Then he turns to the wife and he goes, first he takes the phone that he still had in his hand and he goes, and he turns away from me and he goes, okay then. And then I hear a girl go, okay. And they hang up. His daughter, who made the deal with Jackie, was on the phone the whole time. So she was listening to the she knew it was 300, but she probably said to her dad, you know, after you take another puff, go back out there and see if you can get 250 for it, but keep me on the phone. I want to hear the exchange.
Make sure he sees you with the tank.
Yeah, right? There's probably nothing in that thing, bro. He probably jogged away as soon as he got up the block. So then I say 250, fine. He turns to the wife, who's still rubbing him back, and he goes, do you have $250? And she goes, I think so. You think so? You just drove. They told me they drove 3.5 hours. You're not even sure if you have the money. Then I flip up the thing, and like I told you, all this shit's in here. Where do you think this is going? So now I go, all right, listen. I go to the old guy. I go, just relax. You relax. The woman's carrying a weed whacker, trying to pull it out of the back of the cab. She's like 5'2". I go, listen, you sit down, you relax. I go, I'll get this all out. I'll put it down. We'll get the dresser thing. Then I'll put the shelves in. And then we'll find spots for all this other stuff. And I'm sitting there getting a hernia, you know.
What the hell, bro? This is, come on. This is not you.
This
is not you.
And then he brings the tank out, and now he's not even embarrassed. Now he's just holding it up, taking puffs, pointing with his finger where I should put stuff, you know?
Oh, bro, no.
I get it all in, and part of the animal is dangling out of the back. I can't close the cab. I'm not guaranteeing this shit wouldn't slide out when you get to 65 miles an hour. But I go, you got a rope or something? She reaches in the car and comes out with this strap with like a crank on it. And I look at, I go, I don't know how to use that. Do you know how to? And he goes, I don't know how to use that. And then he goes, I got a bungee. I go, that's perfect. All I know is it ain't gonna fall out until you're far enough away that I'm not an option to come back to. You know. But bro, it's like, what did you think you were picking up? A fucking newspaper? I mean, people are so just uninformed in life, man.
You're going to pick up a large piece of furniture and you don't have the wherewithal to clean out the trunk, flat cab of the car before you come get the damn thing? I mean, come on, man.
That's what I'm saying.
And what if you were a 90-year-old man?
That's what I said to Jackie. I go, if I looked like that guy, we'd have been staring at each other in the driveway for 30 minutes. You know? I couldn't agree more. But bro, what do you think about this? For what it's worth? I leave the $250 on the kitchen countertop, right? Jackie comes home from the pool with a tan. You know, she walks in, she sees the $250 and grabs it and goes, "Thank you, Mom," you know, because it was an old dress or whatever from her mom. You don't throw me 50? You don't slide me a 50 for... I carried it up. I did the exchange. There was less banter when Manhattan was bought off the Indians than there was for this.
Listen. That $250 don't go into like the communal marriage pool funds. We gotta figure out how the funds are working. Like hold on. Like that $250 is gonna go towards something Jackie's gonna buy personally for herself.
Well, I mean, I found this with women, my mom too. It's she builds up slowly and methodically a cash stash. I shouldn't even say this. I gotta take that out.
Just tell me the story, and then if you want to take it out, you can tell it.
I just feel like, because my mom did it too, and I feel like most women, when you marry an Italian man, you save up, if you can, cash on the side. It's the in case he hits me cash. In case I gotta get the hell out of here in 10 minutes. I don't think he ever will. I love him, but he's a hot-headed Italian.
So it's a side stash of cash, just in case they gotta go on the lam.
Yeah, it's just a restart in Kansas. Kids in the back, half asleep. Where we going, Mom? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just get some sleep.
Oh God! No, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. If there's $500 on the counter for some reason at your house, don't you think Lana's gonna scoop that up and not think twice about leaving you a 10 spot or 30?
No, I could be wrong. I mean, maybe she's got a side stash of cash that she's collecting, but it's like, all right, if I leave a 20, if I leave 100, and someone picks it up, it's all in the same. It's all the same shit anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I could go to Jackie. I need $100. Can you get me some of your stash? And she will.
Yeah, but she's not gonna go. No, the $100 I have is from the dresser, so that's mine.
No, actually, she's teaching spin class sometimes. It's $16 a class, and when she leaves, I go, "Yeah, you go get that money for us."
Oh God! So when the Indians left, did they turn around and go, We hope to see a show soon, or did they know who you were?
Oh God, bro, no, who I was, man. I don't even think they watched anything on TV since. I don't know, but no, they didn't know me. But I will say this: I said to the guy like 3 times. I'm like, you got someone. Your daughter's got a husband or something. I didn't say husband. It's someone around, young guy who could put this together. Yeah. It's gonna go in my daughter's house. I don't think the daughter had a husband, and they're gonna get home, and this thing needed an Allen wrench. I said it needs an Allen wrench. Okay, yeah, you know what an Allen wrench? I don't think you do, gay.
Well, are we talking Indians where they were like, no, me go, tú, you? I mean, was that the speech pattern, like Indian, like?
I think. Yeah. They're a little more Americanized, but I think like their great-grandfather was probably born in a teepee. By the end of the great-grandfather's life, he was in a regular house, but that's like...
I got it.
Still pretty close to teepee.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I mean it like respectfully.
No, totally. I get it.
All right, guys, just got some dates I want to plug. Starting in October, I am psyched. I'm coming to Portland, October 2nd, the Alberta Rose Theater. Dallas, October 9th, Granada Theater. Be back in Bananas in Jersey. I'm going to Syracuse. Rochester Comedy at the Carlson, October 28th through the 30th. In Charlotte, November 6th. Haven't been to Charlotte in a while. I'll be playing the Neighborhood Theater. And then good old Cleveland, baby, November 20th. I'll be at the Hannah Theater in Cleveland. Then I'm in Annapolis, November 27th. Ram's Head on Stage, it's called. Never been there before. Looking forward to that. Then back to Boston. I left Boston December 2nd through the 4th. Me, Jimmy from Boston, DJ Lou, we're going to the North End for sure. Minneapolis, baby, the Cedar Cultural Center. I am coming to Minnie on December 11th. And then back to Sellersville, PA at the Sellersville Theater right before Christmas. It's where I filmed my last Amazon special. Great place. Now, go to PeteCorielli.com. If you want to see all these dates are listed, most of the ticket links are there. You can click on, you can get tickets right there. Also, if you go to PeteCorielli.com, that's where you can get one of these fantastic The Cast t-shirts that Sebastian's wearing today. Those are just about, it's fun. It's camaraderie. People are sending orders, and then right after they send their order, they're sending requests like, can I get a chest hair put in there? It's funny. So everyone who ordered a t-shirt, totally appreciate it. Glad you're on board. And if you don't, that's fine too. But if you want a t-shirt, PeteCorielli.com. That's also where you sign up for the newsletter. And that thing's building up. And a new one just came out, and I'm getting a little more prolific with those puppies, man. All right? So that's where you get all that. And as always, man, thank you for listening to the cast. We really appreciate it. Back to the show. So, bro, I got a quick etiquette I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Had a little get-together with some friends and family. I mean, just friends. I don't know. I said family, but some buddies, friends came over. Outside thing, hanging out, and one friend shows up with a brown. I didn't notice at first, but he's like, "Got beers?" I go, "Coolers over there," you know, we're all blah blah blah. And then I kind of look over, and he's putting a bunch of bags from his beers from his brown bag in my cooler. And I go over, I go, "We got?" He goes, "I got 12, man, 12." You know, and I'm like, "Wait, you're saying it like a 12-pack?" I looked in. Bro, it was all different kinds. I'm like, "Am I getting leftovers right now?" And then there was a couple Blue Moons in there, and he don't drink Blue Moons. I'm like, "Bro, are those the moons left over from when I was at your house?" And and I mean, it was, he grabbed all the beers from the fridge. That's what he did. But brings up an interesting take. Is 12 beers 12 beers? Or do they have to be directly bought from the store? Can they be from your fridge left over?
You cannot bring, well,
it's a tough call, bro. No?
beer comes in a case, right?
Yeah.
Like
12-pack.
I brought wine over that I've had in my personal stash to people's homes, right? And it's not from the store. But I feel beer, you can't bring over loose beer, right? Was this shit loose?
It was loose, but what he did was, look, I've bought in a 12-pack where they put it in a brown bag and you just roll it up. So you're still walking in with a brown bag. You open the bag, you open up the 12-pack, put them in. So what's the difference if you're bringing me, there's like 4 Coors Lights, there was 3 Blue Moons. I think there was even a couple of them Trulies that the women like to drink.
Yeah, this could run into expiration date. Like,
oh, wow.
The problem I'm seeing here is this guy doesn't drink enough beer in his own home, right, to have to go buy new beer. So if he's still got your Blue Moons, does he have Frank's Budweiser from 3 years ago too? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a good question though. Frank's Budweiser stayed cold in the outdoor fridge or basement fridge for 3 years. Does a can of beer go bad like that?
Yeah. We used to buy expired beer from grocery stores. You want to talk about Italian? In college, our fraternity would make a deal with the grocery store because the grocery store can't sell expired beer. We told them once it expires, we'll buy it off you because they can't do nothing.
Right. I've never checked the expiration date on my beer.
Yeah. It goes. Not that it goes bad. It's the same thing with any expiration date. They got to put it on there by law. Not that it on August 16th the milk goes sour.
Yeah.
They're just saying, it's good up until this point, and it could turn. We used to buy cases of beer half off, but they were expired.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, I don't like the look of that as a guest.
Yeah.
I don't like the look of you bringing recycled beer to my house that six other people brought you over the course of 3 years, right?
All these beers that just, never got invited to the dance, and we're bringing them back out, putting a little more lipstick on these Blue Moons, seeing if we get someone to drink them now.
Yeah, nah, man, I'm not into that. Now, is he cheap?
No, not at all. Not at all, man. Truly not at all. Quite the opposite. But I just, if I didn't see him putting them in the cooler, then you get away with it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, how is it really when you think about it? Especially if the beer is not expired and it says it on the can, it's not expired. How is it really any different? Like, he had like 6 of all one kind. So he drank that brand, and then there was 6 others, like I said, a few Coors Lights, a few Blue Moons. So what does it matter what that is? If it's not expired, you're bringing a bottle from your own stash.
I know, but bottles don't expire, number one, and it's not like it. To me, a bottle of wine is like, oh, he drinks Cabernet, he's gonna love this. What I'm seeing there is just fill the bag and make it look like we brought something.
Although he's like, he loves Blue Moon. I know he does because these are his. He's going to love them. Yeah. That's one thing. If someone's bringing you're bringing a bottle that they brought you. That's a little different.
It's like bringing a bottle of Jack Daniels that's half gone already.
Oh, God. Yeah. No, that's you can't do that.
That's the same thing, though, with the beer. Even though the beer's not open, I feel it's like the equivalent of bringing an open liquor bottle to a party and going, hey, I know you like Jack, but I didn't want to go buy another one. Let's just finish this one off I got sitting in my cabinet at home. It's not a good look. Not a good look.
All right. Fair enough. I agree. That's it. You learn on the show, bro. You learn constantly.
Lifestyle, man. It's a lifestyle.
That's it. See? That should be on the back of the damn shirt.
That's it. So that's the next one. It's a lifestyle. No branding, no nothing. It's a lifestyle.
That's it. Again, they'll know. So what's up? Anything else you want to chat about?
Yeah. I got
Are you ready for the movie? You preparing? Is pre-production going on?
I auditioned with four girls yesterday.
To play the wife?
To play my wife.
Wow, yeah. Man. Wow.
2 were on Zoom, 2 were in the room, and then I got another 2 on Friday. I felt this happened yesterday. I felt like it's happening.
Yeah.
And my dad and De Niro are meeting next week for dinner.
Oh my God.
Because De Niro wants to get his mannerisms, how he talks and whatnot. So this guy's gonna morph into my father over the next.
This is unbelievable. I mean, this is unbelievable. You got to warn your dad, like, Dad, don't overdo it, because he could easily just request home video and shut you down, right? Like, got any video of your dad? Go ahead.
Bro, I'm because my dad, the only time, see, my dad's a big personality, right? But when he gets around people he don't know, he turns into another guy. It's weird. I've never seen anything like this. He gets kind of quiet, bashful. He trips over his words, right? The only time he's comfortable with a stranger is when he's cutting their hair. So I said, cut his hair. That's where you feel like he's got an activity to do, right? It's not like when you're at dinner, the spotlight's on you when you're talking. When you're cutting hair, like the conversation is secondary. He's like, I'm cutting here. So, that's not going to happen. But I'm not even going to be there for this thing. They're meeting one-on-one, man.
Is that you? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine how difficult it would be to have a movie star, not even a movie star, a movie legend following me or hanging out with me because he wants to get my mannerisms. I would be so self-conscious of everything. Like, I'd be so self-conscious, right? Anything I did, like if I just went like that, I'm like, oh no, now in the movie he's gonna do that with his eye, and that's not even what I do. I did it once. I never even do that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God!
How do you know that he's catching the right stuff and not the stuff that
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if my dad's gonna be doing things that are not really true to him because it's an uncomfortable situation, and he might not even be talking the way he normally talks. And De Niro's gonna come in with my dad's nervous side, and I'm gonna go. That's not my dad. That's my dad meeting De Niro. My dad on a day-to-day basis.
Right. Like, what was that? That's exactly that's what I'm saying. I'm right there with you. That's the concern. So, like, when you remember that story when you say how you wake up and you go, fuck, right? And you had something about your father. It's a growl or something that he does when he first wakes up. Now, not that De Niro's going to be at the foot of the bed or in a chair watching your dad wake up, but if he was, your dad would not do that whole thing because De Niro's watching, where that's exactly what De Niro wants to see. That's the you.
That's where I'm thinking the alcohol comes into play on this thing. I gotta tell my dad to have a couple glasses of wine to loosen up, and I don't know, bro. This is gonna be. He's going to Oklahoma to do it because that's where they're.
Wow. Is that where they're shooting something right now at De Niro?
Yeah.
Oh, so your dad'll even be more comfortable and in his own normal space. Luckily, he's been on your movie set, so at least he knows what that's like a little bit. Wow.
Oh, my God. So we got that.
So we got that. That's crazy.
Oh, God,
I mean, shit. When I got to have dinner with Billy Joel, I had a few drinks to make it like less uncomfortable, and I just ended up staring at him like he was a raccoon caught in a cage.
Oh my God!
But I gotta figure De Niro's gotta know that going in, right?
Well, I mean, De Niro has done this several times too. He's played other people before in his career, so I'm sure he knows the drill. It's just my dad doesn't. So, man, I would love to be a fly on the wall in that meeting to see how my dad's behaving, because
Yeah.
This is gonna be interesting. But this thing's up and running, man. September 20th.
Incredible.
We're live and
Wow.
and we're shooting this thing in Alabama.
That is awesome, bro. That is amazing.
We're looking forward to that. What else did I have on the slate here? I was telling you about the pilots, about the level off last week at 2,000 feet.
Yeah.
The pilot comes back and he goes, listen, I feel bad that I kind of shook you up last week with the 2,000 foot level off. He goes, I take my job very seriously and I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I go, bro, you're sorry, but I go, I just never seen that before, and I was just asking in the world of aviation what that means. It's not like I was startled at all. He goes, no, I just want to let you know that I didn't mean to shake you up. And I'm thinking, I wasn't even shooken up. I was just, I just told him I need a turn back, something. It's okay, bird strike, something like when. And I don't know what had happened, but when Sully Sullerson, whatever that guy's name was, remember that guy that landed on the Hudson River?
Absolutely.
Do you think he got on the intercom and goes, all right, everybody, buckle up. We're going to be landing in the water. Or do you think the passengers just looked out the window and said, are we landing in water?
Yeah, man.
Do you think he came out and told them?
No, I saw the movie with Hanks, man. Absolutely, he didn't tell him. Just said, buckle up. That's it. Something like, get ready for a crash landing. Yeah, no.
Get ready for a crash landing. And then nothing like, hey, when we land, we're going to be floating. Or we could, the thing could be in pieces.
I don't think he had time to explain all that. That was all. We'll explain that afterwards. Now, here's what's interesting with your guy. When he says, I take my job seriously, that's now making me think, was that like a Maverick thing from Top Gun where you're doing a flyby the tower? Like, did you not really need to go 2,000 feet and you were just having a little fun? Because... I don't. If that's what you had to do, that's what you had to do. But now you're saying I take my job seriously, and what? And you shouldn't have needed to. You see where I'm going with this?
Yes.
I'm
like, I take my job seriously. I shouldn't have been fucking around at 2,000 feet.
That's what I'm saying. You thought he had to do that, and then once he says a comment like that, it makes me think we should have been going straight up to 25,000. But you wish you were still a fighter pilot, but your time is over in the service, and now you're just not frustrated, but like missing the adrenaline. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Those guys are still
like,
the coolest dudes, but like. That movie, you ever see that one with Tom Cruise where he runs drugs and he flies the plane? I forget what it was called.
Yeah. But do you think if you got some of these ex-fighter pilots that did combat and they were flipping the plane around upside down and shooting missiles and stuff, and then they start flying like United, do they go,
totally.
Are they up there going, Let me just roll this thing once.
Absolutely, bro. Your pilots right now, what they're doing with you, it's like riding a bus down Main Street in Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? This is like nothing. They just want to. It's like them dog sleds that you run in the Iditarod. It's like you got one of them dogs on your lap and you're petting it. That's how much they want to go, man. I wonder what would happen if you ever said, hey, listen, man, between us, let's take this baby for a ride. Show me what it can do and what you can do. Oh, my God. And they go, well, first let's land and get some of the shit out of here, like the waters and all the loose stuff. Then we'll go back up. And you'll go, you know what? I already got my answer.
Once they start saying, first we got to take out all the drawers. What?
You might want to put this on. We're going about 3 miles lower than Bezos went 2 weeks ago. Oh, you should do that on the last day, bro. Just have a light dinner and be like, let's go flying, guys. No, but it sounds like you got some serious professionals in every sense of the word, man.
Oh man, they're good, man. They're good. It's just man, Atlantic City and there's 6 shows there in Maryland. We did 2 shows, and then we're going back this weekend for 4 shows in New Hampshire and 4 shows in Atlantic City.
Wow.
I went from pandemic 15 months inside to I don't know if there's bro. I'm behaving like there's another pandemic around the corner.
Man,
I'm like, get it in.
Yeah. You are going for it, man. You're getting in a tour and a movie before the Delta can do its thing. Every day I read a little bit more, you know what I mean? It's like a drizzle. Like, when are we going to bring the patio furniture in? Not yet. It's not going to fucking land. Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. But we were talking before the cast. I do have to do a plug here. Tickets are on sale right now. I did a 19 city arena tour. It's going to start in November. Just a couple of dates off the top of my head: Tampa, Atlanta, New York, Boston, Philadelphia, Wilkes-Barre,
Buffalo. I saw her on there.
Buffalo, Albany. Tickets are on sale right now. SebastianLive.com. Get your tickets, because if the velocity, if I was looking at the way the tickets are flying out the door now for this portion of the tour, they're definitely going to fly for this arena thing. So get them early, and don't wait till the scalpers are charging you 7 times the face value.
Shit. Nice.
So yeah, that's that. Watt texted me.
Yeah.
And he said that he's got, and we got to get out to a game this year.
Yeah.
I mean, we've known this guy, 8 years? And we have, you've been to one game.
Yeah,
in
Buffalo, but I'd love to go hang out and go to one with you. Love to.
Arizona, he's got this whole, it's a beautiful, like an elevator, private elevator. It takes you to a suite. You watch the game, and then it's top notch.
See, again,
I'll send you.
Being who he is, and quite frankly, you as well too. Why can't we be sideline cooler beers, sitting on the cooler? Is that like, do people do that? I mean, I'd love to just.
It's a good question. I wonder how you get there, because you see some of these celebrities down there every once in a while. Can you get down there?
Oh, bro.
Or are you in the way?
Can you imagine sitting on a cooler with a can of beer and having to quick move the cooler because the play is coming out of bounds right towards where we are? Protect it. Oh, God. That's unheard of.
Bro, I prop up on the 30-yard line. You can't get to the 50 because that's where all the players, they're sitting between the 30 and the 30, right?
Absolutely.
So you're just a little off to the 30 on an igloo cooler watching the game. Here's my thing, though.
What?
If you're down there watching the game and Arizona's on offense and Watt's sitting on the bench, could you go over to Watt and go, "What's up?"
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's like, you ever watch Gladiator with Russell Crowe? Can you imagine right after he killed like 5 dudes and now they're opening up the gate because the tiger's coming out and he's got to fight that? You're off to the side going, Russell! He's in the zone.
You know, when he's on the bench, is he? And then maybe this is something we should ask. You think when he's on the bench and he's not playing, do you think he's going to himself, Wednesday, I'll go out to dinner, and maybe I got to go to Italy soon? You know, like, you think, and then all of a sudden, all right, guys, we're going in. And he puts the helmet on and he's just doing what he does. Or do you think he's so piped into the game?
Jeez, that would be amazing, right? If they're actually, when we're on offense, we'd send texts and stuff. No, I like to think he's zoned in. I think he's zoned in. And getting back to us being on the cooler, he's getting dogs into stadiums. He can get us two on an igloo cooler on the 30-yard.
Okay, yeah. So we'll plan that.
Especially if let's figure out. No offense to the other team, but I prefer it to be a team that they know they're going to beat for sure. And once we find that strength of schedule, because it's just a lot more enjoyable to meet up with them afterwards when they won. One time he played and they lost, and I'm telling Jackie, oh God, he's showering right now, going, why did I say I'd say hi to them after the game? Just want to get to the airport and get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Well. They play the Bears.
Oh.
They do play the Bears, but I think it's in the time where I'm filming the movie, and I don't know where it is. But anyway, look at the schedule, see what works. I got to bounce.
All right,
did I tell you I'm doing therapy once a week? I tell you this.
What kind of therapy?
Just half an hour. It's just talking about, it's not therapy, life coach. It's someone I'm talking to. All right? And I'm going to leave it at that because we're going to get into this more on the next cast. I've been doing this for 6 weeks.
Wow.
6 weeks.
Do they record these?
No. No, they're not recorded.
I'm dying to hear about it, man. If it's working for you, that's great.
I'm gonna give you. It's like a little piece of fruit I'm dangling in front of the listeners. Next week, tune in. You're gonna hear what I talk about in therapy. It's unheard of.
I'm like the best patient you could have. I get right to the problem.
There's no like fat. There's no fat on my problems. It's like
I come in, they look at me going, I can fix this. He makes it clear. What's at the root of it, by the way? Why you going? Because Lana wants you to be nicer to her friends at parties?
It's something I've been wanting to do for about 5 or 6 years. And this says that the therapy has nothing to do with, I was beaten as a kid or this. It's not like we're going back. This is like, hey, I'm dealing with this right now in my life.
Yeah.
And you just throw it out there. And if you get a solution, you get one. If you don't, to me, it's just good to throw it out there to someone who has no stake in the game.
I get that, man. That's why a lot of people do it. I'm dying to hear all about it, man. It sounds great. Seriously.
Tune in
great hanging, bro.
Pete and Sebastian show will be discussed. And I'll have another color on. I think I'm going to go with the red next week.
Nice. Store is still open.
All right, man. I'll talk to you.
Later, man.